Hey, team. Here we go. Take two of our team meeting with Jessica Ledford, who's going to be talking to us tonight about how husbands can help. And she is going to have her husband on too. So I'm going to see if I can add her to this. She is an executive director, and I'm super pumped to have her join us tonight and speak to us. If you guys are watching, comment below and say hi and say holla and show me a smiley face emoji. That's what I need. I need a smiley face. My husband or my son asked me if I was wearing a Minecraft shirt, and I was like, no, this is just a smiley face. All right, Jessica's on. I'm adding her. Where did you go? Where did you go? There you are. Excited, and her husband is hopping on too. So, hi Crystal, hi Edna, hi Cassandra again. Hi Anne. Hi Jessica.
Hi. Hello.
Hi Jared.
Hi.
Can you do me a quick favor and wipe your screen real quick so it's a little less blurry?
Yeah.
There you go. Give it a good clean. All right. Thanks for being flexible and hopping on your phone last minute.
Right.
You guys will have to be cheek to cheek while we talk.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm super stoked to have both of you guys on. We've never had a husband on our team meeting, so this is fun. So thanks, Jared, for humoring us with all these ladies watching you. No pressure.
I'm glad to be here.
All right. So Jessica, tell us a little bit about your story, how you found Color Street, and then and kind of how Jared, what his role is in all this.
Sure. All right. So I came into Color Street back in November. Rachel Hoover and I have been friends for, 10 plus years, and she shared the opportunity with me about Color Street, and I took her up on it. So a little bit of background about me. I work full-time as a nurse manager, and my husband's trying to adjust the light as I'm talking.
That's a typical husband thing to do.
I know, right? So I work Monday through Friday as a nurse manager. So I work anywhere between 45 and 50 hours a week as in my current role. We have 3 kids. We have, it's a lot. We have a 3-year-old daughter and twin daughters who are 2. So they keep us busy at our other time. So life is kind of busy. But when Color Street came into my life, I really wasn't, I didn't have the mind that I would make this a side business. I was really signing up because I love the product, and I was going to get it really
Hang on, it's kind of choppy. Is it choppy for you guys, or is that just her connection? Do I have a bad connection here? Darn it. I'm in my basement, so you just never know. Can you guys hear? Because I can't hear. Can you guys hear me, or can you not hear her?
Her connection.
Choppy over here. It's so tricky when we're on our phones, right?
Is it looking any better now?
Is it better?
Yeah, it looks better. Okay. Hopefully, if it keeps cutting out, I'll move.
Okay. All right. So when I joined back in November, I was really looking for just the opportunity to get these nails at a really good price. So I got my enrollment kit, and within 6 days of enrolling, I made my investment back plus some, and I was like, holy crap. Like my friend used the product. Yeah, it was awesome. And then my husband was like, "You should really like try and sell this." And he was really kind of, I call him my business manager because he's always he's
I
always
love it.
had a business mind. So he was like, "We got to get you an Excel spreadsheet set up with all of your expenses and run this like a real business. I bet this will take off." So that was his kind of coming into it. He came in, I don't know, like in December-ish.
Fairly early.
Yeah, it was around
fairly early
Christmas
on.
time.
Okay.
And I had to realize that I couldn't manage it all. And as a working mom and as a nurse, I really feel like I need to have control over everything. So coming to the realization that I can't was a little hard for me. So I did. I told him I really need some help, and so we sat down. And the best thing that he could help me with was from the business side of it. He he did like the shipping and the invoicing. He took care of all of that other stuff that comes, with it. And sorry, we're getting another chair. We're in a hotel, so they only provided us with one.
Look at you guys being flexible. Are you
Only
traveling?
had a chair.
Are you guys traveling right now?
Yeah, so I'm at a work conference for my other job.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the blessing of Color Street, the flexibility right there.
I've handed samples out to almost everybody.
No way, that's awesome.
Yeah. So like I was saying, he really kind of took up that business aspect for me when I realized that this is going to be a business that I really feel like is going to take off, and it did leaps and bounds. So yeah, do you want to talk about the business side of what you did?
Well, to me, it was second nature to want to try to help her out and make her successful. So to me, Color Street was an opportunity for her to create new relationships with people. And, having 3 kids and being busy, both of us, we didn't really have a good opportunity to really get out and do much and network with people and do that kind of thing. So Color Street's brought us that opportunity to meet new people and get out and do stuff that we wouldn't have done otherwise. And it's really given Jessica a platform to shine. I'm glad to help her do that and give our family a way to make some extra money, which is nice too.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you work full time too?
I do. I work 5, sometimes 6 days a week.
Wow.
What we do, we find ourselves working extra at night, but it's been worth it. It's brought us closer together, to be honest with you. It gives us something to do together that not only keeps us motivated, but like I said, it gives our family that extra money that we need to do the kind of things we want to do and spend the kind of free time that when we get our free time, we make it worthwhile. So it's been great for our family.
I love that. I love hearing that it's brought you guys close together. Why do you think it's brought you close together? Because I know there's probably some women on here that are like, working with my husband would bring us farther apart.
I think a lot of it, from my perspective, a lot of it's just setting tasks and being scheduled about what you're going to do. Like certain nights of the week we invoice, certain nights of the week we ship. We try to make sure that, by Wednesday of every week, we've got our invoices done for the previous couple of days, and then we make sure everything ships out by Thursday. Investing in tools for your business is big. We were able to invest in, we actually won a label printer in one of the drawings.
From Rachel. I was so excited. I had to stop handwriting all the address labels.
And that's been awesome, doing all the printing and shipping from home, to not have to try to beat the mail the next morning. We just leave it out and they take it. And, I think that's probably the biggest thing from a husband's perspective is giving your wife the proper tools to make the business successful. If you've ever heard you got to spend money to make money, it's probably true. If you invest in your business, you're going to get more back out of it. And investing in your team and the other girls, trying to do what we can to help everybody, and just like this, doing trainings and trying to do our best anyhow.
Yeah, so true. I try to invest and I recommend this to other business women. to invest like 10% of your income back in your business because it's only
Mm-hmm.
going to pay off. So right now, of course. Just my mom. It's fine. Everyone's trying to call me right now. So what, okay, so do you do the shipping and the packaging, Jared?
I do a lot of the shipping and the packaging, yeah.
My mom is
on
super
that.
persistent.
For sure. And I'll tell you, you know, once you start getting orders coming in, it can get overwhelming. You know, I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that, oh man, you know, you do a deal of the day or you do a, you know, special offer through your VIP group, and you're thinking, oh man, I'm getting a lot of orders. It helps to have a second set of eyes on them. I mean, honestly, you know, you never know when you're going to forget one. I mean, we've had people pop in, you know, did you get my order? Well, no, you know, actually I forgot it. And once we started doing that, once we started double checking, we haven't had really any concerns, and setting that schedule to make sure you invoice and ship, it's big. We just make a list and we go down and we place bulk orders, and it's really smooth.
I love that. So what strengths, I'm curious, because I think it's important to sit down and use the strengths, you know, use each other's strengths. Like, for example, you know, my husband, I retired him, and so he's at home too. But his strengths are more working with the kids, organizing at home, those kind of things. And so I don't have him play as big of a role in Color Street. But that's because we're just kind of embracing our strengths. So I'm curious, what strengths do you both bring to the table?
I think for me, I really try and bring the relationship and the connecting with my VIP people and the people that I come into contact with. And Jared will tell you, I'm truly the face of the business because, I mean, it's my business.
Yeah.
And he's always supported me. And you know, this is her business. I'm just that second guy that's helping with the extra stuff that comes along with it. So I think my biggest contribution is really that relationship building and being able to connect with your VIP people. And if you know they're going through a hard time, you know, sending them doesn't even have to be business related, sending them a message that says, hey, I'm thinking about you. I know you're going through a rough time right now. So that they know that you care about this person and not so much you're just in it for them to buy something from you.
Yes, I love that. And
I can relate.
You are the face of your business, like whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
We all are the face of our business. So what were you going to say?
I can relate to your husband because I've been managing the household a little bit more than I probably would have a year ago. And we finally got Jessica a private area to go live and got that set up here in the last few months. And now Jessica can do that, and I'm able to keep the kids away from the computer instead of it being on the kitchen table. It's now, you know, in the bedroom in a nice area where she can go live, or we can do training or whatever we're doing that particular evening. But I can relate to your husband. I mean, a lot of it, if you want your wife to be successful, you have to help her be successful. And you have to, you know, if Jessica's strength is going to be going live and getting in 5-10 minutes with her VIP group, if she can do that and I can, you know, put the kids to bed, or if I can straighten up the kitchen or do the dishes, that's what I try to do. And I think that's partially why we're closer than we have been. Jessica doesn't find herself having to work from both sides. Yeah, do it all.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that so many women struggle with trying to do it all. Like we feel like we have to do it all. And like I just did a post about this yesterday, how like you don't have to be a Pinterest mom, like just embrace your strengths and like own your weaknesses and accept what you're not, you know, what you're not good at. Holly's saying, can you offer husband training? Well, Holly, get your husband on here so he can hear it. But I agree. I mean, I think, and I think a big part of it is you probably, I'm guessing, Jared, that you have like a vision, like you can see the potential and where this business can take your family and your lifestyle. And I'm guessing that you can see that vision. And I think that's huge. I mean, do you agree, Jared?
You're not gonna find a business where you can work at home in your spare time with full-time jobs and have the kind of flexibility and make the kind of money. And I went live a week or so ago in Jessica's group and on her personal page and really tried to strive to people, if you want to do something where you want to spend a little bit of time and work hard, you can make some good money doing this. And I know it's not for everybody, but for the people that hear me and want to give it a shot, if you do it the way that you guys lay out with the, you know, the trainings and all of that stuff, if you follow exactly what you've set forth, it's really hard to not do well. you really have to. I mean, we did it, and I don't know that there's anything really special about us. We work together and we love each other, and that's gotten us through so far. And I do, like you said, Kelly, I see this being an endless opportunity. The harder we work, the better it's paying off for us. And instead of laying in bed and watching Netflix or you know, doing whatever, we're up late working on Color Street, and it pays off. You know, it really does.
It does. And it is a team effort, whether, you know, your husband helps you with the business side or whether he helps you just put the kids to bed. And one thing I want to mention, because, you know, a lot of you guys are commenting with like, somebody tell our husband this. But one thing that I think is really important is that if you went to your husband's work, you would have no idea what to do, right? Mm-hmm. And yet sometimes we expect them to know what to do with our work or even at home with the kids, but we have to ask for it. And that's the hard part for us, is that we want to do it all and we don't want to ask for help. And sometimes we have to explain like, hey, do you think maybe you could put the kids to bed tonight? Or on Wednesday nights, I watch our, you know, Team Nailed It leader meetings. And do you think that maybe you could watch a show with the kids, or you could take them to the park or something? Just, it's really sometimes just asking for help.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part.
that is the hard part. And once Jared and I have really set like a schedule down, and, you know, we have a calendar of what am I going to do this week? And it's, you know, there's the team trainings on there. There's, you know, leader calls. There's all of that in there. And, you know, if we have late night stuff to do as well, you know, after work stuff going on, we include that in there so that we know day to day, what are we going to do? What does today look like? So that I can help, you know, balance out a little if he has something to do with, you know, what I'm doing for my job.
We got that from Amanda, by the way.
Yeah.
That's all Amanda.
That is totally
she's the calendar scheduler.
Yeah.
So,
yes, time block.
That really worked well. I think a lot of it from my perspective was positive feedback from Jessica, seeing how well she was taken to the business, how happy it was making her. And I felt like the happier that she was, the happier that I would be, and the better the household was running right from the get-go. I mean, because you don't start off doing high volume. It's something that's earned and something that's gotten from hard work. It's not, you're not going to start out day one selling, you know, hundreds of dollars in product. It's something that you have to work at, and it's something you have to believe in. If you don't believe in it, you might as well move on. Belief is the number one thing. Once we believed in the product and saw what it could do for us, made all the difference in the world for us.
Totally. And if you believe in yourself too, you got to believe in the product and believe in yourself. And if you believe, you're halfway there. Like, so
that's right.
I love that.
That is true.
Right.
And I totally agree. I think automation and delegation are huge. Like you were saying with the time blocking, like saying, okay, this is my shipping day. All right, this is our invoicing day. You know, setting specific days of the week that you do things is so helpful, because then you're not freaking out, because you know, well, you know what, we're going to focus on this day. Yeah. And we're going to focus on this. And I actually do this with, my husband and I actually do this with our relationship too. We have Thursday night is our TV night where we watch Parenthood after we put the kids to bed. And Saturday night is our date night. So he knows that, like, if I'm busy on Wednesday night doing team meeting, that he's going to get my attention tomorrow night when we have our TV night. And on date night every Saturday night, like we've been doing date night for literally 12 years now. And
Yeah.
it's like magic. So that's a little tip for you guys, is date night is like,
yes,
amazing, a game changer. But obviously you guys have great communication, and that's key as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys, all of you viewers, what questions do you have for Jessica and Jared? I have a question real quick, but you guys start asking your questions while I ask them mine. So Jared, do you ever like participate in the VIP group? Do you ever go like participate in live videos or anything, or do you mostly do behind the scenes stuff?
I did my first live about a week ago, and we got a lot of positive feedback from that.
Yep.
And it's probably something that I will do every other week or once a month going forward, just to try to keep the message out there. Because I do think that there's things that husbands can do that they probably don't want to do. I've been that way. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know, you work hard all day, you want to come home and rest, and you expect the house to be a certain way, and you expect things to be a certain way. But, you know, we've been married almost 10 years now, and we've always tried to work as a team. And now we have something that we can do in our home, in our spare time, that, like I said, once we figured it out, it's brought us closer together, and we're bringing money into the household that we wouldn't have been able to make any other way. And like you said, we believe in each other and we believe in the product.
That's true.
And that's important.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I also think it's really important to goal set together, because when you guys are working towards a goal, my husband and I just did this yesterday because our kids finally went back to school yesterday, and we're like, Kate, let's sit down and let's like dream together and, you know, be on the same page with our vision and like what we could do, you know, how we could bless our family's life, what we could do, with or because of Color Street. And it was just really cool to talk about how, you know, we're like 2 months away from paying off my husband's law school loans that we've had forever. And just, it was cool. It's so fun to be able to be like, hey, here's our wish list. We've literally made a wish list. We put it on the fridge of like things that we're working towards. Like, I want LASIK surgery, and we want to get a hot tub for our whole family, and we want to go to Brazil, and just like big dreams. And it makes it that much more fun to work together, and because you're working towards these big goals that you both came up with together. So I think that's super important as well. Okay, we've got some questions here. And have you guys done that yet? Have you kind of like said, okay, here's, you know, these are some of the things we want to do with our, you know, Color Street income and our free time or whatever, our flexibility?
Right now it's going into our girls' savings accounts. Is that better?
Awesome.
So right now it's going into our girls' savings accounts. And we have some medical bills that we've been paying on, and it's, you know, we haven't had to touch our savings account to pay those. And it's really nice to be able to go in and, you know, write a check and know that it's paid for. We don't have to worry about that. You know, our health insurance, it doesn't always cover everything.
Yeah.
So it's been really nice, and takes a lot of stress off of our plate when we know that, you know, that we can go in and just pay the bill and not have to think twice about it.
Yeah. Sorry, it's kind of cutting out.
Oh, good.
Sorry. Okay. So yes, I agree. It was cutting off, so it's hard to respond. But yeah, it's so great, and it just makes it so much more worthwhile when you guys are working towards like a common goal. And don't you think it gives you that momentum when you're like, oh my gosh, we just checked this off our bucket list or our wish list, and now let's work towards this thing. And you know, paying off the medical bills, building up a savings, like all those fun things. It just is, it makes it so rewarding, and it builds that momentum. So I really encourage everyone to do that with their husbands, whether they plan to whether their husbands plan to participate or not.
Right.
So can you still hear me, Jess?
Yep. He's just adjusting the.
Okay, it's still cutting out a little.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm going to ask, I've got a couple questions. Hopefully you can hear them. And I'm going to ask these questions. So they said, what did Aaron wanted to ask Jared, what did you talk about when you did the live? Did you talk about the business opportunity?
The one thing that I hear constantly from my guy friends is the comment, is Color Street a pyramid scheme? I get that anytime this comes up, it's always the guy's first thing out of their mouth is Color Street's a pyramid scheme. It's just like all these other multi-level marketing companies. It's all, like selling milkshakes or selling, extra. And I think that's been my biggest help to the equation, is that I believe in the product and I see it empowering women. And I think in our society and today, the way that the demographic changes, Color Street's to make any amount of money that they can with the amount of work that they want to put into it. And that's always what I tell people. I mean, I've never seen people quit their jobs to work at home like I have with Color Street. And that's something that
I know it's
from my perspective is so exciting for all of these women to have this opportunity and the free time that it must provide their families. We choose to continue to work full time. I could probably at this point step away from my job, but I love what I do. And the opportunity for Color Street is still there for us working together. And right now with 3 young kids, we want to try to make as much money as we can while we can. And we still have plenty of free time. Color Street's given us that opportunity, and we just see it growing, getting better every day.
Amen to that. It's been so cool to have so many women on our team just retire from their jobs and go home and work with their be home with their babies if they want to.
Right.
Absolutely.
And Lindy said, pyramid schemes are illegal. That's frustrating. So I'm glad that you're kind of addressing that, because it's not even. But yeah, it's such an incredible business, and it's such an easy sale. The product sells itself.
It is. Yes. He
see if there's any other questions before we wrap it up. Sorry, what?
He takes my Tuesday card to work, and he has them in like his little desk drawer. So if you see somebody with Color Street on, he's able to recognize that it's Color Street. Or if somebody, he's done it where he's had it on his nail before, and I think he had Mardi Gras on or something, and all the ladies were commenting on, oh, why do you have sparkly nail polish on? And
I saw that on one of the team pages, husbands wearing it on their pinkies to create talking point. So I did that for a short period of time, and to be honest with you, it does create a conversation.
Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit.
I work in front of people every day, so.
Sorry, I'm going to try to move and see if it's moved. But I love the idea. Can do you guys
a little
hear
bit,
me?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we can.
I can't hear you. I think it's your connection.
Oh no.
Anyway, but I do love the idea of husbands wearing it on their pinky. That's brilliant. If they dare. So, all right. Well, I'm just going to wrap it up since our connection is kind of choppy, but this has been super helpful. I loved hearing your thoughts, Jared. I just have a big amen to all that. And I want to tell everyone that if you want your husband to get more involved, it could be anything from behind the scenes you know, shipping, packaging, dropping off at the post office, to more in front of the scenes of, you know, hopping in live videos. My cousin's husband hops in hers all the time, to handing out samples at work, to wearing a sample on your pinky, and or also just stepping in and helping out with the kids and stuff. But the key is communicating, focusing on your strengths, and also just goal setting together and discussing your role together. It's all about communicating, which you guys are awesome at doing. So thank you so much, Jessica and Jared. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
And
Thanks for having us.
everyone for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.